right, welcome into today's discussion. I think I'm observing I can finally get to the main topic and an episode just on the subject called acceptance. I think the past couple of days I had alluded to this upcoming episode, but not that I got distracted, but something else inspired me to give you maybe a preamble or give myself a preamble to how to express this thing called acceptance. To me, acceptance goes in both ways, but let me explain that. The other day, I had a conversation with a dear friend on this topic, this very topic of acceptance. Now, in that discussion, and even in other 820 episodes, I have mentioned my disdain for the phrase, quote, "it is what it is," unquote. I know that does not sound like a very simple statement, innocuous, non-offensive, non-committal, I think. But it seems like an empty statement without any substance or depth. It could just be how I take that, even though it's a common phrase used a lot nowadays. But this lady I had a discussion with the other day often used that statement, particularly when having one of those days. And the correlation of the "it is what it is" and the acceptance thing doesn't work for me. I know it seemed like that tired statement and the notion about acceptance sounds very similar, and there's no need for a debate on which makes sense, acceptance or "it is what it is." It probably makes sense for that correlation, but let's push on into this thing called acceptance. I kept pondering and observing how acceptance and resilience might connect. And maybe that discussion I was having with this lady is moving me to shift my own perspective on resilience and to appreciate how to apply that quality in self-discovery, discipline, and continuing production from my own presence. So in that discussion, it urged me to review my earlier 820 episodes. Probably it occurred somewhere in the first 100 or so episodes, where I talked about given any condition or event, whether it be good, bad, or ugly. I said to maintain resilience requires non-attachment, non-resistance, and non-judgmental perspectives. Still, this day, and in application, on a good day, I can attest to two of those at best, being non-attached, non-resistant, and non-judgmental. But very rarely can I provide a solid approach to all three in any moment or in any event. So on that path, a path with good, bad, and ugly turns and vistas and obstacles and traffic and crashes and construction, acceptance with that substructure of non-attachment, resistance, and judgment becomes more actionable to me. Not just acceptance of something or of someone or some external event on my path and journey, on the bad and ugly sides of my journey, but also on the good sides. Just remember to apply the same metrics consistently, regardless of how positive or seemingly negative those conditions around you happen. Neither you nor I can control the outside. We cannot control the variables. Nor can you or I control the variables inside of us. But you can find the peace and love and sound of acceptance at your core. So no matter what happens outside, even with the bad possible variables inside of you, like a cold, a fever, a stroke, heart attack, hard to breathe, find and return forward with the good, bad, and ugly variables with the new acceptance of everything. Everything about you, all of you. Yeah, it's kind of like the love everyone thing that my son taught me months ago. Consider that as your new baseline for acceptance. Now, just a little more context. Acceptance always with non-attachment, non-resistant, and now non-judgment. Give that a shot. To me, it only refines, further bolsters these ideas, these notions, this common connection we all can have, we all can share. I did not, lack of a better term, I didn't accept this thing about acceptance. But as I was again, this conversation I was having, a candid, unscripted discussion about acceptance. Either I thought about it or observed it as, okay, that's a nice term, but I had to take that same lens and put it on resilience. That same lens and put it on, it is what it is. And all it required me to take another step forward, maybe a little step deeper into what it means or could mean to me. Again, at the first blush or the first observation of it, like, I don't like it. But I had no reason to not like it. But I can say I didn't like it because I hadn't put any work into evaluating or assessing or justifying why did I not like that term. Just like I'm sure many people out there don't like the term resilience or the book or anything in the 80/20 enterprise. That's all part of the equation, all part of the mixture, all part of the soup that we all get to taste and or spit out. So, today, this is soup for you to taste, to consider. Hopefully, it nourishes you. Hopefully, it gives you a little more encouragement to do whatever you do and however you do it. But I'm asking you to not only accept this, accept the idea of acceptance, but also with being non-attached to it, non-resistant to it, and non-judgmental of it. Stay present. Stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it will always be 820.